just like keep your comments to yourself, because I'm trying to keep my mental health in check.
Keep your comments to yourself, you guys, but I'm going to continue trying to be an influencer on social media and do whatever I want, because I've got to work, and you guys don't have a right to your opinions. You're not entitled to tell me how you think. That's not how social media works, you guys. So I'm just going to do what I want, and you guys, you have no say so.
Like I said, post content, make videos for you guys, and I'd like to keep you guys updated with real content and not just complaining or talking about my situation all the time.
This should be the most important thing, and I'm not saying it is or isn't. I'm just saying your vibe, your energy, your actions, what you are saying out of your mouth comes off as if it isn't. Okay, that's what it's giving. It's giving, I don't care. This isn't paying my bills, so I don't care. That's what it's giving. We don't care for your little daily vlogs right now. We want to know what's what, and if you have more to say, by all means do so. I understand this is a court thing or whatever, but I'm sorry, you guys. If it wasn't true, I would not sit there and take it and not say anything. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't true, and I wouldn't just be like, David's amazing, I'm amazing, everything's amazing, you guys just don't know the whole story. That's not enough. It's not enough at all.
Been crying for like 30 minutes. I know y'all see me all the time on TikTok and you're like, oh, she's so happy, she doesn't care. I do care about what's going on. I just try not to film myself when I'm so depressed, you know?
No matter how anyone feels about Jenelle in this moment, okay, whether you, I know how people feel, okay? I feel you, okay? That doesn't matter. I think we expect her to be upset. I would be completely distraught. Completely. So I get it, like the whole I want to put a smile on, keep making content, but it just doesn't make sense to do that when you have something so serious and so major. This is your son.
I think what hurts me the most is that my own parent would do this to me. My own parent caused this whole shit storm. It just hurts because I would never treat my children that way. And I don't care what any y'all say, I would never treat my children that way. And I have broke my generational curse. I know I have.
What the fuck? Wait for it. Here it comes.
I know that I will treat my children with love and respect. And I will, if they need my help, I will give them my help without making them feel like a burden.
I don't know if Jenelle's just in denial or what. As a mother, how can you say that, but you're in this position? You cannot blame this on Barbara. This is not on Barbara. You lost your son because of you and your husband's actions. Your son didn't want to be with you. Your husband put him in danger. All Barbara is doing is fighting for Jace's safety and well-being, which is what you should want. They're making music videos that suck, by the way. Sorry, David, but you need to hang up that coat. Sorry, not sorry. Vlogs, OnlyFans content, God knows what else, right? While your son, God, I can't even imagine how Jace is feeling and how he has felt for half of it, all of his life when it comes to his own parent. You know, like, it's just so sad. Jenelle is a very headstrong woman and all these things, but like, you just try to make sense of it. You know, how could she stay? Why does she make so many excuses for him and all these things? And I see threads about people thinking that maybe it's an abusive situation. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it would be an explanation on her just being so brainwashed by him. Either way, it's an extremely just outraging and devastating situation, you guys. I can sit here and say that I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't. But I know enough. I know enough. Enough plays out publicly for all of us to see, to know what this situation is, and to know it's not a good situation for kids to be in, nor each of themselves. They are so toxic for one another. It's not a good situation. It's not a healthy situation.
I've been out and about lately, you know, just running errands and stuff, and we see them and they're like, oh my God, where's your kids? And I'm like, I've been taking them to school. What are you talking about? And they're like, did you get them taken away? And I'm like, oh my God. I wish everyone would like come and ask me what's going on or mind your own business.
She says she went out in public and someone came up to her, someone she knows came up to her and said, "Where's your kids at? Did you get your kids taken away?" And she's like, "No, like what?" And then she literally follows that up with, "I wish people would either come to me and ask me directly or don't ask at all." What? Girl, like you literally just said that's what someone did. That's how you know she's like tripping over her own words and don't even know how to defend her and her husband's actions anymore, because you can't. You can't. Like, girl, you're not even making any sense anymore when you speak.
I've been out and about lately, you know, just running errands and stuff, and sometimes we run into people that we know personally, and we see them and they're like, "Oh my God, where's your kids?" And I'm like, "I've been taking them to school. What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Did you get them taken away?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I wish everyone would like come and ask me what's going on or mind your own business."
Stop it. Get some help.
Girl, that's what they did. And you know, there's a lot of people, both on social media and I can imagine in your real life, who's been trying to get your side of the story. Since it's such a one-sided story, there's more to the story, and you don't have nothing to say. Because there's no, in my opinion, allegedly, there's no other sides to any story. Sure, I'm sure she has her perspective, but as we can see, her perspective is very, like, I don't want to say delusional, but it's just, like, it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. That's all I'm going to say.
I haven't really been able to work, and I know what you guys.
It always goes to that.
Job since she's been alive.
It literally, I'm sorry to keep stopping it, you guys, but if you listen to her life updates where she does talk about this situation, literally every single time she goes straight to, "This is affecting my work. This is affecting my work."
To me, work is my subscription site. Link in bio. You know, YouTube videos, which I've actually slacked for the past year. Creating content on here, which all I do is bitch and complain and talk about my life. And what's going on right now is like the only thing I can talk about. Because anytime I post anything unrelated to the situation, I'm selfish, I'm a bad mom, I'm horrible, I'm not thinking about my kids. Like, it goes on and on and on, and it's exhausting.
I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not you. I don't know. What you don't seem to understand is that publicly, on the outside looking into the situation, that is exactly what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. When you post your content, the way you do things and the way you say things and the way you hold yourself, David as well with his little music videos and crap, it looks like you guys do not give two shits what's happening right now.
So I've just been putting down my phone, playing video games.
Playing video games, guys. Her priorities are...
I take like 2 bites of food and then I'm like done for the day because I just like lose my appetite. Right, babe?
Yep.
David's got to pop in, right? Give us a...
Unfortunately.
Just know that we know what's going on. You don't.
We may not know all of it, right? We don't. And I hate to let myself get like... but we know enough. We know enough, and that's what matters. We know that David physically assaulted Jace. I don't need to know your excuses on why. I don't. I just had to come on here and talk to you guys about it because this is absolutely insane, and it just makes me mad. It just makes me mad because a part of me has rooted for Jenelle in getting her shit together and doing right by herself, by her children, and all of the things. And I always am the kind of person who kind of roots for the underdog. That's just the kind of person I am, and I want them to be able to prove people wrong and do good and do right, you know. And I love a good success story. That does not mean that I have supported Jenelle and David and all their problematic shit that has happened. No, not at all. I've given her plenty of criticism. I've got hundreds of videos. Go and check them out. But I've given the criticism when I felt like the criticism was due. However, like I said, when she got Jace back about 6 months ago, I was rooting for her. I was happy for her. I was like, this is a new chapter, turning over a new leaf. Her whole family's together. This is good. And to see the way that this is all crumbled apart and the devastation and the heartache that it's left and how it's just only divided this family even further apart. And then you see that there is David, again, is at the center, the core problem. That's not to say there's not problems all around. I have problems with Jenelle's actions and her patterns and things she's done. But it's my main one is just the shit that she defends when it comes to her husband and the excuses she makes. It's disgusting. There's no other word for it. It's absolutely disgusting. And I also have a few criticisms, whatever, when it comes to Barbara. You know, I do think that there has been times throughout the years where Barbara has selfishly thought more about herself and wanted to make $1 off of her daughter's name and off of the situation. And I don't feel great about that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Barbara, she is the only one. She's the only one in this situation who has remotely, in my opinion, again, kept Jay safe and protected him as much as possible in the situation. The mother should be the one that does that. There's no excuses.